Alright, it's taken me a long time to get through this show, but I finally made it to the mid-season finale of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. And man, coming off of the last episode, I really hope this 6th Ranger introduction ends on a high note. You can't break me, show! I've made it through a lot worse than you, so give me your best shot. Come on, let's do this! Episode 8, Gold Rush, here we go! So the episode opens with our new Gold Ranger defeating one of Galvanex's monsters and running off just as the main team arrives on the scene. Apparently between episodes this has been happening a lot, since Galvanex keeps sending monsters to try and capture the Gold Ranger. Calvin assures the team that they'll find the Gold Ranger eventually, before we get to the ship where Galvanex is yelling at Madamodius because another one of her monsters has failed him. Ripcon then volunteers to capture the Gold Ranger himself so he and Galvanex can find the traitor who hid the Ranger on the ship. Back in the city, the Rangers are waiting in line to get autographs from famed country singer Levi Weston, while also wearing costumes to hopefully win backstage passes. Brody thinks it's ridiculous that people are making such a big deal about a celebrity, while further down the line, Victor and Monty are laughing at a little girl for her literal biggest fan costume. Then we get this totally pointless scene of Levi's manager asking if Levi wants to take a break from signing autographs, and he refuses. I have no idea why this scene is here, but I guess it's to show that he cares about his fans. When the Rangers get to the front of the line, everyone is shocked to learn that Brody's not a fan, but Levi says it's okay because he's just such a good person, gosh darn it. However, the good vibes don't last long as Ripcon suddenly attacks, saying he'll destroy everyone if the Gold Ranger doesn't appear. Ripcon decides to start with Levi, but luckily Brody saves him from the blast before the two head to safety. The other Rangers morph to take on Ripcon and his crew, and during the fight Ripcon knocks over Levi's manager, discovering the Gold Power Star in his briefcase. Ripcon gets ready to kill who he believes to be the Gold Ranger, but the other Rangers shoot the general, giving Levi's manager the opportunity to escape. Brody, meanwhile, gets Levi to safety.
I would have been roadkill back there if it wasn't for you. And you're not even a fan.
I didn't save you because you're Levi Weston. I did it because you needed help.
See ya. Hey,
Do you want a job?
after what just happened, might be smart having a bodyguard. Just while I'm in town for the concert.
Me. Work for you. Thanks, but I don't...
I would give anything to get that backstage pass. Anything.
I'll do it on 2 conditions. First, you give me backstage passes for all my friends. Done. Second, I'm not following all your silly little rules. I'll treat you the same way I hope you would treat me, like a normal person.
Oh good, we get more Brody in this episode. That's great. Also, what are you talking about silly rules? All you've seen of the guy is him sitting down at a table. Brody runs off to help the others, who are now fighting at the beach, and after Ripcon gets his horn cut off, Madamodius appears to retrieve Ripcon so he can keep looking for the Gold Ranger. Later, Ripcon successfully captures Levi's manager and starts interrogating him about Madamodius being the traitor, but the guy has no clue what Ripcon's talking about. While that's going on, Brody and Levi grab lunch, with Brody mentioning that the food used to be his brother's favorite, before the two help jumpstart a car for a woman and her son. Later, Brody apologizes to Levi for thinking he's just a selfish celebrity, while Levi says he appreciates how Brody doesn't treat him differently. Levi then tries to give Brody his backstage passes, but before he can, Brody gets contacted about Kudabot activity in the warehouse, forcing him to leave in a hurry, with Levi secretly following. We then get a pretty cool scene of the Rangers stealthily taking down Kudabots, and my only complaint here is that it doesn't last longer. Brody joins the Rangers inside, where Ripcon reveals that he has the Gold Power Star as well as the Gold Ranger, so the team morphs to take down the monster. But Ripcon has a secret weapon in the form of a net. Seriously. These guys get taken down by a net! Brody's able to shoot the Power Star from Ripcon's hands and free Levi's manager, but the dude runs off since he's not the Gold Ranger. Ripcon then gets up to gloat rather than grabbing the Gold Power Star, leaving an opening for this to happen.
What are you doing?
Oh, Levi? Is that? No way! Oh, yes, way!
That is him! Levi Weston!
I don't care who you are. You're about to learn a tough lesson.
You're messing with the wrong cowboy, partner.
And you're messing with the wrong monster.
Gold Ninja! Power Star!
Lock in! Ready! Ninja spin! Rhythm of the Ninja! Ninja Steel Gold! Let's get this party started!
Well, this is it, folks. All that build-up for the Gold Ranger, and it turns out he's a country singer, whose accent immediately disappeared when he did the morph call. That's Cool. I'm not kidding either. His accent doesn't come back until the Rangers force Ripcon to retreat. A Skullgator is sent down to deal with the Rangers, so the team calls on the Megazord, and during the fight, Sarah uses her hologram tech to strike down the monster, and after Brody gets some hits in, he lets the Gold Ranger finish the monster off, complete with even more stock music. After the fight, Manamodius calls Ripcon a traitor in a scene that's ultimately pointless. Before we get to shop class, where Mick and Redbot are discussing a new Red Zord from the Lion Galaxy. No, I seriously doubt that this show would do that, despite how cool it would be. All 6 Rangers then show up, with Mick presenting the new Ranger with some Ninja Steel stars, before Brody asks Levi how he got the Gold Star. Apparently, after the Prism left the Rangers in the first episode, it found Levi, who was in the middle of nowhere working on his new album, and after he took the Gold Star from the Prism, he was immediately captured by Manamodius, and I have so many questions, but I'll get to those in a bit. Later, Levi reveals who won the costume contest, but not before Victor and Monty show up, having stolen the little girl's costume idea, and even though Victor tries to argue, she ends up the winner. The little girl then turns on Victor's fan for no reason, and the episode ends with Victor flying away while the Rangers have a good laugh. This episode is not as bad as the last one, but it's still not very good. Structurally, the episode follows the same beats as your traditional 6 Ranger introduction, where a new Ranger shows up mysteriously, and the main team spends the episode trying to figure out who the guy is, before he joins the team in a grand morphing sequence taking down a monster himself. However, this episode feels very rushed, especially in its first half, where we're told that Brody dislikes Levi because he thinks he's a selfish celebrity, but we're not shown why he thinks that, nor why Levi's different. I guess you could say that since Brody spent so much time around Galvanax, who is an intergalactic celebrity, he just thinks that all celebrities are generally selfish, but if that's the case, it'd be nice to get some flashbacks at least. It's super frustrating too, because the show could have paced this story better had they not totally wasted the first part of the mid-season finale on a stupid filler plot. It also doesn't help that this episode has 2 totally pointless sequences that could have been cut for more character relationship stuff. And I wouldn't miss the Victor and Monty scenes if they were cut for time also, mostly because the joke is weak at best and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I get that it's kind of funny to see Victor fly away in a fan costume, but again, we're given no reason as to why he's wearing the costume, since in his previous scene he was mocking someone for wearing it. But admittedly, that one's more of a nitpick. Instead, let me go ahead and give my thoughts on the thing that I'm sure you all want me to talk about, which is the fact that the Gold Ranger is a country singer.
What? What?
Look, I know that the suit is ridiculous, and that making the guy a country singer probably sounded like a good idea when Saban saw an image of the guy. But the thing is, having the Gold Ranger be a country singer makes absolutely no sense within the context of this show. I mean, the show has spent episodes pretty much hinting that the Gold Ranger was going to be Brody's brother Aiden, but no, it's this country singer guy who wasn't even doing anything heroic when the Prism found him. And man, it sure is convenient that Levi told people he was going to be working on a new album, otherwise his disappearance would have been noticeable by any number of his countless fans. And really, his manager isn't concerned about where his star has been for the past couple of months, or even questions where he's been this whole time? Though, to be fair, the show hasn't ruled out the possibility that Levi isn't actually Aiden, and he was brainwashed by Manamodius to get close to the Rangers, but if that's the case, why a country singer? And how exactly was she able to pull that one off when the guy's a celebrity with fans all around the world? Side note, Levi says in this episode that he's only in town for the concert, so this could turn into another Prince Philip situation, which would make things really awkward for Manamodius' evil plan. Overall, this episode is bad, but I could certainly see someone enjoying it. After all, the action sequences are good, and the standout 6 Ranger moments are fun to watch if you turn your brain off. Still, I don't think I can fully recommend this episode due to a rushed story with scenes that feel totally pointless, along with a reveal that doesn't make any sense no matter how you slice it. But hey, I'm finally done talking about the show for a bit, so now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get to a ninja show that I actually want to watch. I'm Nick, aka IronBat1993, and may the power protect you. Please subscribe for reviews of Ninja Steel, episode reviews. Also check out Dino Charge reviews too, episode reviews. Also there's Ninjago, which has reviews too. Go! Please subscribe.